Hi everyone, my name is Bonnie Boglioli-Randall. I own and operate Hinterhaus Distilling and I'm running for a seat on the board of directors. My husband and I founded Hinterhaus in early 2020 in the California Sierra Mountains. It was just weeks before the COVID-19 pandemic hit. It was certainly born from our own yearning to create something ourselves with our own hands, our own time, in a way that could not be duplicated. I wanted to actually wake up every morning and know that the way I allocate my hours would directly benefit my business and me as a human being. I think we were calculated, yet certainly a bit fearless, to open a distillery at that time during a pandemic, not unlike today, which was anything but safe or sure. We spent years certainly working in different industries, diligently saving our money, fortifying our risk tolerance, just so that one day we could open our own business, and we would be damned if a global pandemic would stop us. That might seem unusual to the rest of the world, but there's a high likelihood that you can relate to this if you're watching this. So thanks to COVID, during our first year, we learned an invaluable lesson. We had strict state pandemic laws, and we had to quickly adapt our distillery business and change how we sold our products and where we sold them. And this ultimately impacted everything from packaging to our hospitality and staffing, and importantly, the laws that we were up against. Eliminating as many barriers to market and achieving parity with other alcohol producers is something that I've advocated for in my own state, and I'll strongly advocate for on the board of the ACSA. We live in a tapestry of states, each with their own unique laws pertaining to the sales of distilled spirits. And having spent time learning from my fellow ACSA members how some of their states have broken those past barriers and what's worked for them offers really encouraging paths forward for me and for all of us. Over the last 6 years as an ACSA member, I have met some of the most compelling, passionate, intelligent, eloquent individuals. Everyone is bringing their own unique professional backgrounds, skill sets, experiences, and collectively we're much stronger for it. More than this, I'm constantly buoyed by the examples of flexibility and optimism that I think still pervades our industry. Our distilleries may certainly vary widely in size and scope and in products, but we're all in this for similar reasons. How do we make and sell the best juice we can with shared constraints? We all have lower scale, limited budgets, fewer resources. And for me, ACSA is among the best answers we have. We're operating at a time when challenges certainly lurk around every corner. I don't need to outline them here. We're all confronted with them on the daily, and many are out of our control. Collectively, we can ensure that laws progress and that we each have a level playing field to not only compete, but to offer the absolute best of ourselves and our regions to the American distilled spirits landscape. That's something that truly excites me. As I learned back in 2020, we can adapt quicker than almost any other organizations in this space. Not only do we rely largely on ourselves to drive sales, either directly or through distribution, but I strongly believe that most of us have the mental fortitude it takes to weather storms, reassess, and reevaluate our businesses, and ultimately employ new processes and practices as needed. I have no doubt that whoever earns a seat on the board will continue to advocate for all of us. If one of those seats happens to be me, I want you all to reach out to me so that I can begin to actually repay just a fraction of the knowledge and the enthusiasm with which I was greeted into the ACSA community all those years ago. Thanks for considering me. Thanks to all the candidates who are running. Thanks to the ACSA. I hope to see you guys and gals in Sacramento in April. If you're taking the Hinterhaus tour bus, we will look forward to seeing you up in the mountains. Cheers.